Hello, Coffee with a K. My name is Chloe Victoria Byrne. I have a lot of work experience to try and get through all of this. Probably just gonna have to attach my resume. So before COVID-19 hit, I was working at Paint Night on Chapel Street. Really great job. And at the same time, I was working at Gateway Community College as a model for a figure drawing class. Before working those two jobs, I was a seamstress at Express Cleaners and Tailors, which is a really cool job. Got to make a lot of interesting pieces. And before I was a tailor, or a seamstress, I should say, I was working for Group W Bench on Chapel Street for about a year and a half, and before that I was working at Cafe Nero for about a year. I was actually working at two separate locations. I was working at the one in Jamaica Plain, and they liked what they saw, so they actually sent me to a store they're just opening, and I really liked it. Management was really great, and I got to enter in like barista competitions, which was super cool, where they like test your knowledge of barista drinks, or like temperatures of the foam, things like that. Obviously you guys know. So before I was working for Cafe Nero, I worked at Clover Food Lab, which is like a vegan fast food place in Boston. It was actually right next to Harvard. And while I was working there, I was also working as a waitress at Regina's Pizza in Allston, Boston, as a waitress. And before that, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts for about a year. Really great job, actually. I'm still friends with a lot of people I worked with to this day. And before that, I was working at McDonald's and Big Y at the same time. This was back in high school, and then from there, like 10 other jobs. So things I like to do for fun. Ugh. I am actually an artist. I'm in the third year of my BFA program at Pear College of Art, in fine arts major. I like to do a lot of portraiture. I like to do a lot of like feminist large-scale portraiture. I also like to do hyperrealism, like photorealism, for like nature scenes, like fungus and things like that. And I also really like to do prints. I like to print make like rotting tree roots and fungus. And other things I like to do for fun would be like roller skating, which I recently took up. I usually go to Edgewood Park, which is down the road from where I'm staying right now. Really fun to do, a huge stress reliever. And then favorite animal. I have a favorite animal. Her name is Bella. I adopted her about a year ago from Friends of New Haven Animal Shelter. And she's a lot of work. She was really abused, and we're trying to work through stuff together. Like, she wasn't potty trained, things like that. So going for a lot of walks with her has been a real blessing to mental health. I love her. But anyway, I just want to say, if you guys don't pick me, I went to ECA right down the street, and I was in Koffee every day, and I just want to thank you guys. Like, you gave me a space to be able to do the homework that I needed to do to graduate high school and actually go to college. So even if you don't pick me, guys, I really appreciate you. Bye.